Hi guys, this is Klazart bringing another audio commentary, and this time I'm commentating on a Pro League match being played between SKTeam1 and Lecaf Oz, and this matchup is between Shutter V and Anytime, and this matchup is being played on the map Nemsis, which I believe we saw that famous Boxer versus Nalra game on, if you guys have been watching my VODs. And Anytime, I'm sure most of you would have heard of. He is an old-time Protoss great who unfortunately has found himself in the list of the has-beens. He has been performing quite underwhelmingly for some time now. He had been Lecaf's main player and had performed fairly consistently for them, not only in the Pro League but also in the Star Leagues. But he hasn't really done anything for the last couple of seasons in the Star Leagues, and he hasn't really been playing that well in the Pro Leagues either. And unfortunately, with the rise of new Protoss Hope players such as Bisu and Stork, and with Nalra's genuine consistency over a longer period of time, Anytime has found himself at risk of being forgotten along with the likes of other players such as NC Yellow, and unfortunately players like Gorush and July had also been in that bracket until their performances this season, which have obviously changed all of that. Shutter V is an SKTeam1 Terran, and I don't know a lot about this guy. He plays fairly regularly for SKTeam1 in the Pro League and seems to produce a decent string of results, but he obviously is not a player who you would normally consider to be of the same caliber as someone like Anytime, but nevertheless we haven't seen him play a lot, so it's difficult to say exactly how good or otherwise he is as a player. However, he is an SKTeam1 Terran, and they have produced a long line of solid Terrans, and SKTeam1 have always produced good Terran players, so hope he for them is probably the new hope. And Shutter is actually going for a double barracks, so Shutter is going for a rush. He's actually just started up his second barracks, and that's a bold move indeed by him, and Anytime's build might just play straight into his hands, because Anytime has gone for that Nexus. As you know, Nemesis, you have got the natural expo within your main, which makes it very easy to defend, and therefore it's quite tempting for players to go for that natural expo. But Anytime, without having scouted or anything, has actually gone almost for kind of 14 Nexus before he's even started up his first gateway, which he's about to put down now. He's gone and put that Nexus, so Anytime's build plays straight in the hands of Shutter V, and I have to say that this Boxer build, this Boxer Bio Rush on that he executed on this very map versus Nalra on Nemesis has changed the face of StarCraft Terran versus Protoss play, because Protoss players, we saw Bisu executed, we saw Flash executed versus Bisu, we saw Wason try to execute versus Bisu but fail unfortunately because of some bad luck. But the fact of the matter is that Protoss players can no longer just fast expand at will, no longer take that risk and just go for that Nexus without scouting their Terran opponent, because the bold opponent might be going for this new maneuver that Boxer has concocted up. Obviously it's not a new maneuver, but Boxer certainly has brought it back into fashion, and to me that just shows how brilliant Boxer is. But Shutter has taken a bit of a risk, because he is blocking the ramp with a Marine and an SCV, so this has got to give the game away to Anytime. Anytime unable to get that ramp, up that ramp with the probes. Shutter doing a great job of blocking up that ramp, but Anytime has got to have a clue that perhaps a rush is coming here. He's seen this happen a few times before, and Shutter looks like he's moving on, and Anytime is going to spot this with his probe circling back around, and Shutter moving out with only a handful of Marines and SCVs, not even waiting for the Academy to go up, not even waiting for medics to come up, and Shutter is going to, and Anytime is going to find himself a big jump probe. Anytime, in contrast to a lot of other Protoss players that I've seen, is actually bringing his probes out to block the ramp, because he probably realizes that Shutter cannot have medics yet, he cannot have stims, and I think without stims and without medics it greatly weakens the power of this rush. But it's going to be interesting if Shutter's going to, and Anytime has got a Zealot out as well, so it looks to me, I don't think this rush is going to be successful. I'm not sure if Shutter's going to be able to pull this off. Shutter though is streaming in with all of those SCVs, he does have a lot of SCVs there, and he's probably just going to try and use his SCVs to fight. Anytime is trying to put up a second gateway to try and counter this. He has that cybernetics core up, so he's probably producing some units from this, so it just depends if Shutter can protect those Marines or not. And Anytime is trying to get a circle around those Marines, take them out, but Shutter is losing a lot of probes here. I'm not sure what happened to that Zealot. It either died very quickly or was not really involved in the fight. Maybe Anytime was just trying to save it until he had a couple of Zealots to do the fight, but Shutter definitely seems to have taken control of Anytime's base, and Anytime's strategy going for that 14 Nexus without scouting at all, without checking for anything, and that Zealot gets taken down very quickly, so I presume the first Zealot was killed as well, and Anytime's base in tatters, so Shutter going for even a bolder strategy than we have seen Boxer and Flash execute, and pulling it off successfully. Absolute brilliance by Shutter V, and this is starting to turn into a regular strategy to be used by Terran players. I remember Savior last season did something similar where he started 7 pooling and started Zergling rushing and 5 pooling Terran players, and I think it's important for Protoss and Zerg players to do that from time to time. He did that versus Terran players, but I think it's important for players to do that again from time to time, to let the other player know that they can't just fast expand without any risks. And that was a great game. Thanks for watching. This is Klazart.